Good morning. Welcome to Saturday Yoga with David. We'll get started here in about a minute. If you've got a mat, lay it lengthwise. You can practice without a mat if you'd like. Carpeting the floor. If you're outside, grass works just great. Beach towel in the Caribbean works fine. Really, that's one of the beautiful things about yoga is you've got everything you need to practice. So anyway, start orienting yourself with your space, and we'll get started here. Let me just check a couple things. Make sure sound is good. Output. All right, we are ready to go. Once again, welcome. My name is David, Saturday Morning Yoga. We are going to start down on our mat, on our backs in Shavasana. We're going to do what's called a mandala, a full circle. So lay back on your mat, heads down, shoulders down, and just settle into your space. Feel gravity pulling you down into your mat, into the ground beneath you. As you lay here, explore how you feel right now, physically, mentally, emotionally. In yoga, you breathe in and out your nose with your lips sealed and your teeth separated. A dentist told me that your teeth should only touch when you're eating. By keeping your teeth separated, not only does it relieve stress, tension, it also opens the airway. As you breathe in and out your nose, feel how rhythmic your breathing can be. Almost oceanic. Wave in, wave out. In Sanskrit, breathing is pranayama. Energy is prana. Your breath is your energy. Feel how breathing deeply, rhythmically is energizing for the body. And the philosophy is we lock in this energy with bandhas. Just laying here, you can engage your glute muscles, pull up your pelvic floor. It's Mula Bandha. Complementary Bandha. Pull in your belly button, engage your abdominal muscles. Uddiyana Bandha. Commit to keeping these bandhas locked during this entire practice. As you breathe deeply in and out your nose, a deep pranayama is Ujjayi. It's Ujjayi pranayama, deeply in and out your nose, rhythmic as it can be. Will energize you through this entire practice. From here, gently draw your right knee in toward your chest and hold with your hands. Just explore, feel the sensation. I'll put on some music. Extend that right leg long. Draw the left knee in towards your chest and hold. Continue to breathe rhythmically in and out your nose. From here, pull both knees into your chest and hold. From here, you can keep your knees bent and plant your feet about hip distance apart, or extend your legs long again. And draw that right knee in on an inhale. Release and either plant the foot or extend the leg long on an exhale. And go to the other side. Inhale. And then exhale. Start to flow side to side. Just inhale as you draw one knee in. Exhale. Release. This movement with breath is called vinyasa. It's actually not a type of yoga, it's a style. Movement with breath. One movement, one breath. Yoga is a unique fitness class, in that we don't all necessarily move in unison. You want to move to the pace of your breathing. It's the most beneficial movement for you. Do one more to each side, even yourself out. Then draw both knees into your chest and hold. As you release your knees, keep your legs bent, plant your feet, and bring your feet out about as wide as your mat. It's almost uncomfortably wide. You can have your arms wide for support, shoulders flat on the mat. Allow your legs to fall to the right. So that right leg is heavy on the floor, the ground. Left knee heads towards the right foot. A little different vector, the spinal twist. Concentrate on your Ujjayi pranayama. Feel gravity pulling that left knee down. Inhale your knees up, windshield wiper to the other side. That left leg lays flat on the floor, on the ground. Shoulders flat, the right knee heads towards the left foot. Find a vinyasa flow here, back and forth. Inhale your knees as they come up. Exhale. To go to the other side. Just inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Having your feet wide might limit your range of motion a little bit. Just play with it. The point of resistance you find on both sides, the edge. It's different for everybody. That's the most important place for you to operate. As you move in and out, that point of resistance side to side, that's where you find the greatest benefit. This mandala we're going to do is in honor of the vernal equinox that happened last Tuesday. The sun is now moving north of the equator, heading towards the summer solstice, June 20th. As the Earth makes its 365.25 day rotation around the sun. All right, windshield wiper back and forth one more time. And draw your knees into your chest. And this time, bring your head up towards your knees. Bring your head up off the mat. And begin to rock forward and back. You can keep your feet lifted if you'd like. Just roll out. And now, in the honor of mandala, start to move in a semicircle with your feet leading the way till they point to the other end of your mat. Isn't that fun? When you get to the other side, plant your feet, hands gently behind you for support. Bring your feet out wide again, like you did when you were laying back. And start to find that windshield wiper movement. So you let them drop to the right. That left knee heads towards the right foot. Inhale up, exhale as you go to the other side. One movement, one breath. Little different angle, little different vector. Sitting up. Next time your legs are over to the right, have this right leg down. Left knee comes to the right foot. Plant this right hand. As you reach with this left hand, push the hips high. You can keep both knees down, or you can extend the left leg so you're straight from your left hand, straight out your left foot. It's a stargazer, if you will. Feel that resistance all along the left side. You're elongating those muscles, one of the hidden secrets of yoga, using the muscles in both directions. Healthiest way to use your muscles. Exhale, bring your hips back down, reset. Start to find that movement back and forth on your mat. Doing mat rolls with your feet lifted. Now we go back the other way. You'll find that you move one way better than the other. That's part of this whole mandala practice. It's to take you out of your comfort zone. Maybe confuse the brain a little bit. Just work with it. Once you get to the other side, plant your feet, your hands gently behind you. Bring your feet out wide. Find that windshield wiper movement again, back and forth. Maybe finding a little more depth. Exhale. Inhale the knees up. Exhale as you go to the other side. Next time your legs are to the left. Put this left leg flat on the floor. Right knee heads towards this left foot. Plant the left hand back. Inhale as you reach the right hand as you push your hips high. Keep both knees down, or you can extend your right leg long, a straight line from your right fingers right out your right toes. Stargazer pose, if you will. Here, keep rotating to the left. Plant your hands and feet in a full plank. Your feet are hip distance apart. Your hands are under shoulders. You can modify by coming down to your knees. Just make sure you're straight from the top of your head right to your knees. You can come down to your elbows. The elbows and knees, once again, be straight from the top of your head right out your heels. We're already 25 seconds into a full 1 minute plank. Plank has been deemed one of the most beneficial exercises for the human body. Just holding here flat as a board, you're using all the muscles in your body. Concentrate on that deep ujjayi pranayama, energizing your entire body. Re-explore the core. Make sure those bandhas are locked. 10 more seconds. Nicely done. From here, push your hips high. Drop your chest between your shoulders and Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. You can pedal your heels a little bit if you like. Another hidden secret of yoga. Typical day, your head isn't below your heart. This is good for your cardiovascular system. Give it a little love by concentrating on that deep ujjayi pranayama. Walk your hands back to your feet in a forward fold. Just hold there. Feel gravity pulling your head down towards the mat. Feeling your cardiovascular system working in a little different way. Very slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. You can sweep your arms high if you'd like. Bring your hands to heart center. An appreciation of all that work. Welcome to standing. We're going to go through Surya Namaskara, sun salutations. Once again, in the honor of mandala, we're going to go end to end. I'll cue you and then let you flow a little bit towards the end, synchronizing with your breathing. So from one end of your mat, have your feet hip distance apart. Inhale your hands high, and then exhale into that forward fold. Inhale with a flat back looking forward, and then exhale back towards this forward fold. Plant your hands and step your left foot back, followed by your right foot, hips high and downward facing dog. On an inhale, come forward to that full plank. I'll give you some options here. The first one is to drop to your knees. Bring your gaze up as you flatten your feet. Bring your tailbone in a sway in your back. Find that back bend. Then tuck your toes. Push your hips high in downward facing dog. That's your first option. Another option, come to this full plank. On an exhale, bend your elbows, lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Keep your hands softly on the mat as you flatten your feet. Bring your gaze forward and put a little pressure in your hands and find a gentle back bend. To come out, you let your hips slide back towards your heels as you tuck your toes and push your hips high and downward facing dog. The third option, the most intense from this full plank, is to exhale as you bend your elbows and hover over the mat in chaturanga, Dandasana. Flip your feet flat. As you straighten your arms, shine your heart as your gaze comes forward. And Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. As you tuck your toes, you push your hips high in downward facing dog. We'll continue from here. On an inhale, lift your left leg high in the air in a single leg down dog. Exhale as you step that left foot forward in a low lunge that you can twist by keeping your right hand down. Inhale, left hand high, gaze follows. On an exhale, your left hand comes down. Your right foot steps next to your left foot. You sit low with hands high on an inhale. And Utkatasana, chair. Exhale as you come out. Go to the other side. Inhale into a 5-pointed star, stepping this left foot across your mat. And then immediately exhale into a forward fold at the other end. Go again and begin to flow. Inhale as you flatten your back. Exhale as you plant your hands and step right foot, followed by left foot with hips high and downward facing dog. Inhale to that full plank and find the option that works for you. Exhale into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes into downward facing dog. This time, lift your right leg high. And on an exhale, step towards the top of the mat. Help it if you need to. Inhale, your right hand high. Gaze follows. Exhale, hand comes down. Left foot next to right. Sit low. Inhale, hands high in Utkatasana. Exhale, mountain pose. Step the right foot across as you inhale into a 5-pointed star. Exhale, other side of the mat in a forward fold. I'll start to cue less. Start to flow on your own as you exhale. Step back into downward facing dog. Concentrate. Breathing as rhythmically as you can. In and out your nose. It's said that a good breath you hear. A great breath everybody else hears. Give it some texture, make it audible. Move at the pace of your breathing. This is the true essence of yoga. Moving at your pace, your range, to your breath. Feel how your bandha's locked. Give you integrity in the movement. The more you practice moving with your core engaged, the more natural it becomes. You take it with you, what you practice here in the yoga studio. In your real life, you reach for something heavy. There's your core, ready to protect you. Step off a curb, slip a little bit, your core is engaged. Your body knows how to use it. Deep Ujjayi Pranayama centers you and grounds you. Life can get stressful. You always have your breathing. This practice, this concentration on rhythmic breathing will help you. It's said that you can breathe through anything with enough concentration. When we're under stress, breathe shallow. Your shortness of breath. Pursue rhythmic breathing. Do one more flow. each side, each end of your mat. Eventually, we'll all meet together in mountain pose. Surya Namaskara, sun salutations. Fundamental part of a yoga practice. I talked about June 20th, the summer solstice. It's tradition to do 108 sun salutations, and I just happen to practice that every year. I say the number 108 is not really a number. It really reflects the 1, the 0, and then the 8 is infinity. It's part of the whole yoga philosophy. All right, we're going to do some fundamental poses of yoga. We're going to start one under your mat, left end if you'd like. Feet are hip distance apart. You step your left foot back, heels down. You're going to bend in this right knee so your hips are square to the front, shoulders square to the front. You inhale, hands high. Your gaze follows, like you're holding an energy ball above your head. You're a warrior. This is Virabhadrasana Ekam, warrior 1. Feel intensity in this pose. And like any good warrior, we're going to show some humility. Bring your hands down. You can clasp them behind you if you'd like, or let your hands just come down to the mat. As you exhale and drop your head right inside your right knee. This is humble warrior, a deceivingly difficult pose. Hang your head, let gravity pull it down. There's actually another bandha. If you tuck your chin, look back at your belly button, it's called Jalandhara. If you have Jalandhara, Mula, and Uddiyana all engaged, it's called the Mahabandha. The mother bond, as much integrity in this pose as you can have. You can come up if you'd like, release your grip. Keep your head hung. You can bring your hands down if you'd like as you gently straighten your right leg. Keep your head hung or tucked. Build in that resistance. That right leg. Inhale as you come up and rotate and turn through the back of your mat. And now point your left toes in the opposite direction. Right toes really kind of point towards the front. However, you can get your hips square, pointing to the other end. Inhale, hands. They say you grow the roots, then the branches. Find this Virabhadrasana. Deep breathing, deep focus. Your hands down together, clasp if you'd like, or let them come down to the mat for support as you exhale and drop your head right inside your left knee. You can tuck your chin if you'd like. Just make sure you feel gravity pulling your head down. You can use that left leg for support. There's no rules in yoga that say you can't. You can stay here. Keep your grip or inhale as you come up. You can release that grip if you'd like. Straighten your left leg and then exhale. So drop your head again. Feel that resistance. Left leg. Breathe into it. Get it to melt. Inhale as you come up, release your grip if you still have it. Exhale as you step to the top of your mat in mountain pose. It's another Virabhadrasana, Warrior 2. Step your left foot long down your mat with your left toes pointed forward while still having your right toes pointed out the top of your mat. Opens the hips as wide as you can. Still have that bend in the right knee. Inhale, arms to opposite walls. You find that gaze over your right hand. A drishti. Feel the intensity of this pose. That gaze is like you're backing down an opponent, like an intimidating stare. That's the kind of intensity you have in warrior. Literally translates to ready for battle. All your muscles are turned on. Even your feet feel strong, gripping the mat. Extend this pose by exhaling the right hand down. Inhale as you reach the left hand, building in resistance along the left side. Exhale this left hand back to the left leg as you inhale the right hand high. Crescent warrior. Begin to flow. Exhale the right hand down. Inhale as you reach with the left. And then exhale the left hand back. Inhale the right hand high. Find one movement, one breath. It's the right pace for you. Find those points of resistance. Forward and back. It's a beautiful flow. Classic vinyasa flow. Your arms to a strong T as you gently straighten your right leg. Be expansive and flat like you're laying on the wall behind you. Exhale as you target this right hand towards your right foot. It might get there, it might not. Inhale, left hand high. Gaze follows, lifted past your left fingers. Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle. Feel your core working for you. Mula Bandha. Clench your glute muscles. Uddiyana Bandha, pulling your belly button even a little tighter. Bring your arms back up to that strong T. You can give them a little break if you'd like to. Turn your feet to the opposite end. So your left toes are straight out, top of your mat. Right toes pointed out the side of your mat. Once you have the roots grow the branches, inhale arms opposite direction, that gaze over your left hand. Have that bend in your left knee. Feel the power of this pose. Energize with that deep Ujjayi pranayama. How often do you get to be a warrior? Feels good. Be proud. Exhale this left hand down inside. This left knee. You can use the left leg for support if you'd like. Inhale as you reach with the right hand. Find that resistance. You can pursue being straight. Top of that right hand, straight out your right foot. Feel those muscles, an extension, flexion, if you will. Reverse this pose. Exhale, the right hand back. Inhale, left hand high. Hold for a few breaths here, building in that resistance along the left side. Using the muscles in both directions. begin to flow. You exhale this left hand down. Inhale as you reach with the right. Exhale the right hand back to the right leg. Inhale, left hand high. One movement, one breath. Feel your core giving you stability as you flow. Your breath giving you energy. Bandhas, locking in the energy. Your arms to a strong T and gently straighten your left leg. Arms are open wide. Exhale as this left hand targets your left foot. Inhale. Right hand lifts high towards the sky. Your gaze follows. Open your arms wide in opposite directions in this dynamic tension. Utthita Trikonasana. Extended triangle. Breathe deeply with your core engaged. Deep Ujjayi pranayama, that rhythmic breath. Bandhas locked. Inhale, arms back to that strong T. And on an exhale, step your feet hip distance apart in mountain pose. Very nice. It's a beautiful series. It's a difficult series. It's just like exercise, isn't it? All right. In the middle of your mat, have your feet about hip distance apart. We're going to go through a balancing series. It's kind of complicated. It can be frustrating. Kind of part of the mandala routine. If you fall out of a pose, get right back in. Build resilience. It's a learned and practiced skill. I'll actually turn to the side a little bit, give you a little better angle. With your feet hip distance apart, put a bend in your knees, and bring your left leg up and over your right. You're targeting this left foot behind your right ankle. Some people can get there. I'm going to kickstand mine. Keep your hips square to the front. Arms reach out wide. You want to bring your right arm under your left arm over as you wrap your arms. Palms together, elevate your elbows. Sitting low. Eagle pose. Garudasana, I believe. Concentrate. Level your chin as you sit low. All right, it's showtime. Unwrap everything. Bring your arms to a strong T as you lift your left leg to the left side. A shooting star, if you will. Focus on your rhythmic breathing. There's another warrior. Virabhanasana Trini, Warrior 3. Extend your left leg straight behind you as you counterbalance with two arms reaching out over your head. Be straight from the top of your fingers right out that left heel. Keep the left leg lifted as your hands come down to the floor. 3-point balance. Bring your head as close to your standing leg, your right leg, pushing your left leg ever higher. If it gets high enough, it's actually standing splits. From here, you can bring that left foot down, or a little balance challenge. Keep the left leg lifted And extend both arms over your head in Warrior 3 again. Work for it. It's difficult. The reward is great. Balance, strength, flexibility. Find that shooting star. Open your arms wide. Left leg lifted to the side. You're going to finish in a variation of a one-legged chair. Bring your hands to heart center. Cross your left ankle over your right knee as you sit low. As you sit low, some people might be able to bring their left elbow to their left knee. Some people might be able to bring their right elbow to their left ankle and temple. And you simply exhale as you come out. All right, I'll turn it at an angle. We'll go to the other side. Feet hip distance apart, bend in the knees. Bring this right leg up and over the left. The right foot targets behind the left ankle. Don't get there. You can kickstand. You can let it float. Just keep your hips square to the front. Open your arms wide. And you bring this left arm under the right arm across. Palms together. Elevate the elbows. Level the chin. Showtime. Unwrap everything. Open your arms to a strong T as you lift your right leg to the side. A shooting star. Rotate and extend your right leg straight back behind you. Lift it as high as you can as you counterbalance. 2 arms over your head. Feel like you're holding an energy ball out over your head, counterbalancing that right leg lifting high. Bring your hands down to the mat. Right leg lifts even higher as you bring your head close to your standing leg. 3-point balance, pursuing standing splits by pushing that right leg higher. You can bring the right foot down next to the left if you'd like. Keep it lifted as you reach both hands out over your head again in Warrior 3. Feel the intensity. Overcome with deep rhythmic breathing. Bandha is working for you. Open your arms wide to that strong T. Lift. Your right leg to the right side. And finish in that variation of one-legged chair, bringing hands to heart center, crossing right ankle over your left knee, sitting low. Maybe your right elbow finds your right knee. Maybe your left elbow finds your right ankle. And simply exhale. Come out. As promised, you'll finish where you began, down on your mat, on your back, in Shavasana. Completing a full mandala. As you lay here, let gravity take over, pull you into the mat. Let your breathing return to normal, autonomic, if you will. Use that concentration on breathing to allow your mind to settle, to allow thoughts to simply pass through your head. Just be. You can obviously stay here as long as you'd like. Otherwise, reawaken. Find a little natural movement. Classically, you roll through the right side of a fetal position, keeping the heart on the left lifted. Eventually, we'll meet together in a seated posture. You did a full mandala in honor of the vernal equinox, the return of the sun to the northern hemisphere. It should make you feel good. You should be proud. You've done this routine to do something wonderful for your mind, body, and spirit. It's a gift you've given yourself, and you should enjoy it the rest of the day. Bring your hands to heart center. The light in me honors the light in you, my friends. Namaste. Have a wonderful day. Hope to see you next Saturday. Thank you.